You mean I've been streaming for like 10 minutes now, and now I find out that I'm not streaming? Okay, we'll do it all over again, I suppose. Oh, Lord mercy. Well, at least I fixed all the stuff in the on the on the OBS. I got a package from Chris Hurley. All right, now mail came a little early today for some reason, and he's been pretty excited about it. Sent me a couple of notices saying, "Check your mail, check your mail." It's been there for like 14 minutes already. It's okay. All right, I'll check the mail. And I went out there, ran out of breath. We got stuff. Well, it's over here. Let's see. Let's have a look. Oh, there's some neat stuff in here. Now he had sent some wide AMs, 99s and or 98s and 2000s uh, last 2 weeks ago. We've been putting those into the big show for a couple of weeks now, and he just sent this stuff in. He'll probably show up over here in chat. I sent him a link. All right. Oh, look, it's another wide AM 98. We got something down here. It's a 2015 WDDO number 6. All right. We got a 12 DDO9 and a 2011 DDO5. That's a good one. We'll have a look at that. We got, what's this one? Sticker here. It's a 59 1mm number 46. So that's a repunched mint mark on that one. Pretty decent shape. Yeah. How's everybody today? I see Coin Dragon and Sharon, Bigfoot, Steve Price, Reverend Dave, Blues is here. Coin Dragon. I've been watching this video. Let me get this set up. I'm not quite ready. I've been watching this video like all morning with Coin Dragon and CJ from like October. I totally missed it. Let me get you the link for that. Where's the screen? Here's the screen. I'm not set up for this. I'm not ready. Okay, where is that? Here it is. It's the future of coins. It's a talk between CJ and Coin Dragon. They've been going on just forever, and we are so on the same page. Uh, CJ was saying, "Hey, man, we had all these great ideas on that, tips for new collectors months ago." All right, here's a live. I'm going to paste that link in there so you can go watch that show yourself. Warning, it's about 3.5 hours, but they nail it. Let me tell you. Let me hit this button. Come back over here. Here's the home. Uh, Gosh, I mean, they nailed it hard. I've been taking notes, and there's a lot of issues on Facebook, with new people coming over, and dude, they nailed it. I had to watch that Veruca Salt video. I want it now. That's the sort of thing going on. Uh, it's worth a watch. Yeah, it's 3.5 hours, but it's good content. What do you got in here? We got some little things. There's a nickel. Let's get in here and have a look. Yeah, I got 17 things I want to do all at once. This is Jesse Gozum. How are you? Thank you for the information on my discovery, 62 DDO number 1. Yeah, good discovery. The DDO number 1, that's the first one discovered for that particular date. Here's a screen. That's not what I want. Here's a scope. Okay. Here, let you see the voice. We'll have a talking head here. All right, could we make this work? Yep. All right, there's an Indian. Let's get rid of that. Let's put these in. Okay, there's an old Canadian penny in here. And we don't get too many of these for the big show. It's a King George nickel. I'm going to zoom out. See what we got. There it is. Okay, she's showing some wear. It's probably in fine condition for this one. But you don't get too many King George nickels from Canada. 1928. There you go. Let's see what the mintage is on that. Yeah, good detail here. A little ding there in the 5. See, the Canadian coins have a much deeper rim than the U.S. coins, so they hold their shape a whole lot better. 1928. Now we're going to look at that. Okay, here's the screen. I'm going to go to coins in Canada. Is that it? No, that's CC. That's copper coins. C and C. That's what I want. Okay, coins in Canada. We'll go to price guide and values. And we got a nickel, 1928. All right, let's see what we got. 1928. Ta-da, should look like that. How many are made? 4.5 million. That's the equivalent of, say, a 1924 D penny. Yeah, that's kind of low. What you got here? Probably good for a couple of bucks. All right, we'll put that in the big show. We don't get these often. All right, where's my, where was I? There it is. Back to here. Go home. Nope, scope. I'm not ready. I have no plan. Well, there's a Canadian nickel from 1928. Does that look right? Yeah. You got to go sideways on those. So the U.S. has coin alignment. So you get the head is upside down compared to the tail, whereas Canada is, metal alignment there, north and south. So you got to turn those, you got to flip those left to right. Whereas U.S. coins, you got to flip them end over end, where this happens. All right, we got that. And these are from Chris Hurley. There's something here. Looks like a, well, it's dark. It's got Queen Lizzie on there. That's not Lizzie. That's Vicky. That's old Vic herself. Let's zoom in here. There it is. That's a dark one. I'm going to tell you right now, that's heavy copper. What is that mark? That wants to be looked at pretty hard. Greetings, says Dell. It's an 1865 farthing. That's an old farthing. Wow, that's the oldest farthing I've ever seen. And look, I got more marks on this side. Where's my toothpick? There we go. Let's have a look at that. Because these marks aren't supposed to be here. This appears to be a clash on an 1865 farthing. Okay, same thing, metal alignment. So right here, what's this clashed with? That's a pretty strong clash on a pretty old coin. But she's in good shape too. All right, let's find a shape that fits that. That's it right there. That's her knees. And this would be Vicky's chin over here. Well, that's a slick one. I'll have to get some good close-up pictures of that with better lighting. Where is the light on this? No, that's the best I can get. This camera is starting to get old and wore out and tired, and the lenses, or the lights are not as bright as they used to be. There's a neat piece of history right there. 1865, Vicky was just, she'd only been on the throne for like 50 years at the time. Hit the like, please, says Reverend Dave. By all means, hitting the like or the dislike helps YouTube figure out that people are involved, people are interacting with the channel, and it helps to get put out as more views. So the suggested videos you see over the side when you're watching a show, it'll gain ranking. Looks like one rin, and you got the chrysanthemum, so that's going to be the Empire of Japan. Boy, that's a little tiny thing. It's I can't read this. Anybody speak Japanese? One rin. I think that's a number 1 on the side over there. Hard to say. Boy, that is a small piece. There's a date somewhere. It might be one of these. It might be one of those. Hell, this could be the date for all I know. Let's weigh this up. All right. Gonna move some stuff out of the way. There's coins on top of coins around here. All right. Where's the button? That's the on button. Let's see what we can see. Where'd you go? Look at this. That's a little thing. What do you say, 1.5 grams? 0.89 grams. Less than a gram. Give me a penny. Here's an Indian penny for comparison. It's like big and little. Gosh, how cute. The smallest coin the U.S. ever produced was 0.75 gram, one of those silver 3 centers. Yep, that's a little thing. So that might be the second smallest piece we've ever given away. We had one from Bill J. It was an Indian Phantom. It was like, tiny. Dude, it was this big. but it was also gold, which is nice. Okay, we got a 59D 1mm 4.6. Let's look at that one next. Scope. We'll have to zoom way in to see this one. Okay, shining. Great shape. Yeah, Chris Hurley goes through a huge number of coins. He's a machine at this, and he picks out some good stuff. He does a lot with the moderns, the steels. No, not the steels, the shields. What am I looking for on the 1mm, which is going to be copper coins designation, number 46. I'm probably going to see some splits on the serifs of that D. Some of these are so darn small, they're just impossible to see. You don't have quite enough resolution when you go from the camera to the OBS software over to YouTube, and then, you know, they change it from HD to SD or whatever the heck it is. I'm not going to be able to show this one. But I'm sure it's a split serif. All right, we'll set that here for just a second. Try to bring the focus back. Let's identify that one. He's saying copper coins 1mm 046. So I'm going to go over to copper coins, which is here. There's a screen. Come on, there. There's a screen. We can see it. Now, Copper Coins has one particular feature that's pretty darn handy. They got a search feature. So I can go to I've already searched, type in the date, 1959. It's Denver, and it's a mint mark variety. Click the search button. And his is number 46. Look at this. There's all kinds of these things. He's got, Chuck has, let's see, 63 repunch mint marks in his list here. 46, okay, page 4, page 5. This is what we should be looking at. And you get minor splits on the serifs. Oh boy, that's tiny. Little tiny bit up at the top, and a very tiny bit at the bottom. Got a die marker on the back of the neck. Let's see, a die gouge. Very light concentric die scratch on the bust through the lapel, right here. And a bunch of these marks. Let's see if we can identify those. The easiest one to look for, let's see. Let's look at the back of the neck for that particular die gouge. Here's a scope. That looks good. That's mighty small, but it's a pretty good match. Okay, here's a screen. That's what we're looking for, is that little bit right in here. And go to the coin. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have I got an arrow? Here's a pointer. I can't see my pointer. Why can't I see the pointer? Well, that's just wrong. Huh. Oh, no matter. Let's go back and look at the other side. We want to look at some die scratches in the word, let's see, C-E-N-T, right in and around the letters. See if we can pick those out and show you what these die markers are. It helps to verify that what you have found is in fact that particular variety. But getting them to show up on the screen, that's another challenge altogether. I could probably see these by hand. Let's look at the area between the top of the N and the top of the T. There, we can almost see them. Need a pointy stick. All right, coming off the top of the N, right in here, I've got two nearly parallel marks, scratches in here. Boy, that's going to be hard to see. And those are probably the best we're going to see. And if I compare that with what Copper Coins, no, screen, here you go, over here with what Copper Coins is showing, it looks to be a match. There we go. And he's got a little mark on the vest. Let's see if we can see that as well. Chris Hurley's pretty sharp. He's got his act together with these. I don't think I'm going to pick this out with this scope right now. Let's see, it should be right in here. No, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to see it. Resolution isn't quite good enough here. No matter. It's a peach. We'll keep that tucked away. All this stuff goes into the big show. People send stuff all the time. We give it away. All right, what's this next one? It's a Deutsche Reich 1910, a Pfennig. Where are you? Scope. Let's see if we can make this focus. I'm up and down on this. I need like 6 different cameras just to focus. There we go. It's a Pfennig. There it is. Deutschland, so it's Germany. 1910. And that's upside down. So you got proper coin alignment on these. There you go. Big bird. A lot of detail they put into that bird. So FF, is that the mint mark or is that something else? I don't know anything about German coins. But I can pronounce Pfennig correctly. Say it with me. Pfennig. Pfennig. All right. I was going to put an F in my name and just have it silent. All right, let me find my way back to the chat so we can catch up there. There. Sima says, Wexler has 146 RPMs for 59D. He submitted a number 145, but it's not yet listed. Well, let me get a look at what we've got on the SAND database, because Shay just went through and took care of the 59Ds. So the trick is cross-referencing them all, because all of them will have listings the others do not, right? Copper coins will have some listed that Variety Vista does not have listed. Wow, he's got a bunch of them in here. Let me show you this. Where are you? Here's a screenshot. There's the database. This is the behind-the-scenes part of the database. All right. They start here. Mint mark style number 6. Good lordy. So what do we got here? SDVR. Let me find the right column that I want. Okay, you got one normal design. You got a bunch of DDOs, double die obverses, a bunch of double die reverses, then commence with the RPMs. Okay, let me count these up. Let me move this over just a little bit. Okay, there's RPMs. So how many is in our list? Because we got all of them from all attributors we can find, right? You name it. If we can include it, we're going to include it. I mean, oh, let's see. Potter, Variety Vista, Wexler, Copper Coins, the guy with the C, Crawford, all of them. And there's 177 in our list. Okay, no, wait, 176. Yeah, the mule is down at the bottom too. That's a different thing altogether. Yup. And we're getting this database set up so we can, search for direction, right? If it's D over D east, right? If it's west, for example. So we got a different column just for direction. It's called a PID column, position indicator. But the trick is trying to get them all cross-referenced, because some of these are pretty darn minor. Okay, there's the chat again. There. And we're going by every bit of information we can. If it's, the direction of the mint mark, is it a good match visually? Does it have the same markers? But, dude, Wexler is going to show a particular marker on his, RPM number 37. And Coppercoin is going to show a different marker, than Wexler shows for his, RPM 52. Is it the same one? And sometimes we can't tell. Oh, God. We just don't have enough information to cross-reference them. Sometimes they don't cross-reference each other, and we're left trying to think, well, is it the same thing? It kind of looks the same. And we're not able to verify that exactly. Did you guys get pictures of the ones I sent? What'd you send? Ones. Can you pluralize ones? So Wexler has 144 RPMs. Yeah. And we just saw that Copper Coins has how many? A bunch. Copper, he's got over 70. Mouse won't move. Come on. So Copper Coins has 63 RPMs. Let's see, here's this. Where'd the screen go? There's the screen. They've got 63. Let's see, Variety Vista, how many RPMs do you have for 1959D? You ready? You got none for 1959P. Okay, 1959D, how many have you got? 22. Really? Yeah, that's it. That's all they got. Oh, then you got, of course, 5S Stanton, Cherry Picker's Guide. They'll have a couple of them in there, but a lot of them are pretty minor, really tiny, just a little bit of a tilt. So you end up with a split on the serif and nothing more. Well, we go with all the indicators we can find, you know. Look at the mint mark position, north, west, east, south, the direction of the tilt. And after that, we're on our own for trying to cross-reference what, what Wechsler has with what Copper Coins has, with what Variety Vista has. And a lot of times it's just impossible. So we may have several of these are listed repeatedly from different sources. But we do include, the links, or hope to include the links for the three most popular references, Copper Coins, Wechsler, and Iconica. And then you're on your own to figure it out yourself. But as we can clarify the situation, we'll bring it to light, hopefully. Let's see. There's scope. We'll go back to the scope here. I tend to ramble sometimes. That's you, Christmas gift care pack. Yes, take them to a sports card shop. Oh, pictures of the sports cards. I've seen them. I don't know a thing about baseball cards. Nothing. I don't know a darn thing. They're collectible. Jeff Dunn says, one big issue is finding the die marker on circulated coins. Yeah, almost impossible. Once you wear down some of these die varieties to, fine, you can't even identify the die variety. It's just about impossible. But circulated coins, they get, scuffed and nicked and scraped and buffed and, washed in your jeans. It's tough to ramble. Yeah, me. It's tough to find those die markers a lot of times. Some of them are just so darn tiny to begin with. But I want to look at this one more time because I thought I saw something odd. Nah, that looks pretty straight up. Well, it's just job security is all that is. What's this one? This is in here. It's a Koning Kridge. Why don't they write in English? These Konigs. Okay, it's a lion with a sword and he's hungry. It's Netherlands. That's why they don't write in English. That's an 1878. Oh, that's an oldie. I sent Shay my 1960D varieties. In the Q&A last night, how many varieties do we have for 1960D? These RPMs or little die chips and all that? It's a cent. Okay, let's go back to the screen. 1960D, right? All right, let's go find 1960D. There's 59. More 59. 1960. 1960D. All right. We got double working hubs, doubled dies, several of those. Then we got RPMs galore. Let me start up here and just count them up. Come on. That it? No, not even close. Oh, that's the large. He's got them split into large and small dates. So for RPMs on 1960D, this looks right. 197 in this list, or 197 varieties in the list, and they look to be okay. There's some DDOs in there. It's a lot, dude. It's huge. 1960 was a tough year. They had a lot of troubles with the dies. Let's see, go find my way back. There, which is why they, changed the design. No, I sent the actual coins. LOL. I'm guessing you haven't seen them. Not yet, man. There's a lot on our plates. Like, we got to look at this stuff. What's this one? That's a dark one. I'm thinking Mexico. No. Maybe. Uh-huh. This one's Mexico. Mexicano, Estados Unidos, and eagle eating a snake standing on a cactus. I'll never be that cool. What's special here? It's 1 cent. 1 centavo, but it's from 1910. Wow. Mexico City mint mark. That's the oldest Mexican centavo we'll ever have given away. Ain't that a peach? Okay. So what we do with these, I'll try to take pictures of every darn one of them as soon as we can. What's that one I want to see? The 2011. That the one? Yeah, that's a fairly strong doubled die. Oh, SJ's talking. I gotta pay attention. They're really cool, though. Are you multitasking too, Coin Dragon? My brother come by earlier today. Right? Wants me to stop what I'm doing. You're gonna stop what you're doing. You're gonna help me lift that bathtub, because I did the bathtub, you know, a while back, and well, I just threw the old one out the back door. The hell with it. I'm not lifting that damn thing. It's heavy. Okay, let's look at this 2011 WDDO number 5. Chris Hurley sent in. Oh yeah. And you're starting to see some cusps on that 0. See how it's kind of stretched out in, let's see, that direction? Kind of stretched out. You're going to see it best over here. Look at that big fat. Look at the extra, how wide that is. The bottom of the whole bottom of the Y, the whole bottom of the T, the whole vertical part of the R, E. Yeah, and you have just this light little slope. And it matches across the bottom, where are you? Bottom left of the R. Matches the bottom. These should be vertical. There you go. They should be, you know, straight, left to right. These are sloped. All right. How are you on foreign coins? Dude, I give them away. I got a sack of them here, and I just give them away because I don't know a damn thing about foreign coins. Beats me, man. Where are they? Oh, how am I doing for volume? Oh, we're good for months. We're good for several more shows. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's home? There we go. We got this still. There's probably, I don't know, 150 coins in there. Yeah, we got bunches of them. But do I know anything about them? No. Make the bathtub into a planter. There's over 3 acres of planter out here. I don't need a bathtub. I got plenty of dirt. You just put the planter in the dirt. That'll work just as good. And get that, don't have to mess with the bathtub. Yeah. Well, we cleared some stuff out here. Did some mowing because my mower crapped out. So I got another mower and that crapped out. It's the ethanol. It's frigging it up. And I'm getting this shellac buildup in the carburetor is what's happening. So I got to take them apart. Jesus, it's easier just to buy another lawnmower. So I got 2 of the damn things, and neither of them works. So, well, ideally, I should be able to use parts from one to fix the other, but I just need to get in there and hit it with a hammer or some damn thing. Ever see them in yards? Yes, where people live in trailers and have tacky things and mirror balls. It's a bathtub. It's an old fiberglass bathtub with a crack in the bottom. That's why I threw it the hell out. You couldn't take a bath in the thing. Here's a 2015. Ooh, look at that one. All right. What are these worth? What are these worth? A couple of bucks. Once you're circulated on these, they become less worthy. Let me take that out. I got to cut this thing. People get excited about these double dies thinking, I'm rich, I'm rich. Well, a lot of times they're only good for a couple of bucks. Need Brian Hooper to fix them. The bathtubs? Oh, the lawnmowers. Dude, nothing works around here sometimes. Right, a washing machine broke down. The well has recently crapped out. That's causing me endless distress. There it is. So we get a 2015, and you can see the O it's funny looking. And check out the bottom of the one, how it slopes. And if you compare this to a regular 2015, it's a lot wider. Let's get over here and see what we can see. Yep, see the large slopes on the bottoms? That's a giveaway. That's a pretty good one. What you got for the number here? WDDO number 6. All right, let's look at that up. Okay, you get the numbers. Let me show you this. Here's home. So you get the number WDDO, right? You get that other number. Let's say 1mm, right? Everybody's got a different nomenclature. And we're addressing this with the SAN database. So we have a standardized attribution nomenclature. SAN. Get it? That's why we call it the SAN database. All right, let me get over there. Scope, home, screenshot. There. So I can go to the database, right? And we've got our own little numbering system where we put an S in front of it. So you got S RPM. That's just a clue as to, if you're going to list a variety, you got to tell people where it's listed. So WRPM, that means it's Wechsler. The 1mm, that's unique and distinctive to copper coins. We're doing SRPM or S DDO, for example. He's got DDO number 6. Let's go down at 2015. Okay, we're up to, no, I think he moved those over to Shields. There, that's the Shields, and they're not complete yet. All right, so we'll go to, let's see, Wechsler. And we went RPM double die listings for Shield Sense for 2015. There, see, WDDO001. Let me see if that's what you're seeing. Yeah, okay. That's a Wechsler listing. So this is Wechsler number 6. There's Wechsler 2. There's Wechsler 3, Wechsler 4, Wechsler 5, and you ready? Finally, Wechsler 6. Now he's cross-referenced it to Konica number 1. Now check out the letters here. 1, that's their listing number. O, obverse. Then you got 4 plus 8. So it's a class 4 and a class 8 double die. But I can take and go over to Variety Vista and look it up on this way. Let's see, here's Variety Vista. Let's see, where's the double dies for 2015? It's double die obverse. Number 1, right there, that one. So we get a strong spread southeast on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Oh, let's look at the U. We should have a separation line on the U. Scope. Should have a separation there. Let's see if we can make that out. It's thick. It's wide. It's happy. It's happy, not grouchy. But we get a little bit of wear, which makes the separation line difficult to pick out. But if you look at the top of the U, looks like there's a little bump, a little notch. Yeah. So it's a pretty good match for what they've got here. Let me compare it side by side. Let's see. ST. That looks good. Liberty. Okay, let's look at the B. And Liberty. See how the center of the B's are distorted? Should look like a D. Each one of those dots, the top and bottom, should be more like a D shape. And look at the top of the eye and the bottom of the eye and see how they're sloped and angled. And what we're doing, we're going to compare this with, here's the screen, with what Konica is showing. and you're gonna find it's a darn good match. All right, here's the in. You can look at the WE. You get a little notch up on the top, you get a slope on the left side, and you got a whole lot of extra thickness on the E. So I can go over here and look at the coin. Look at we. And God, we, there it is. Look at that big fat E. Now, how can I show this and that? I'm afraid I can't do that. That's the screen. Okay, here, we got the screen. Let's open up the scope on the screen. There, we did it. Okay, so there's the coin under the scope, and over here we got the actual listing on copper coins to compare it with. ST. Look at the shape of that T. It's totally different from a regular letter. Let's see. There we go. Well, how come I can't see this yet? Oh, because I'm blocking it with this thing. Okay, that's going to be tough. I'd have to slide this over. That's not working. Okay, I'm going to be kind of limited to what I can show on part of the screen if I want other things in the way. Well, no matter. We confirmed it. It looks good. Let's see. Go back home. It's tough using 17 different cameras on one screen, plus showing the screen, plus keeping up a chat, plus trying to make sense, plus I gotta pee. I'm a wreck. That's all there is to it. I'm going to try to catch up on the chat here for a second. There. Happy little devices. Bathtub looks like this. No, the old bathtub, I guess it was a fat woman living here. Well, there they are. I got to keep the card with the coins because the card has the listings for the coins, and I don't want to have to figure them all out again. Ooh, I want to look at that 2011 though. There it is. Is that the good one? Scope. Show me, show me, show me. That's a 2011. See how thick that is? How wide? Okay, and get little points inside the zero. Have little points at the top and on the bottom. Yeah, that looks legit. Big fat letters. How about up here? Not showing so much up here. Okay, getting good over here. Yep. All right, I'm gonna take a moment here and just go stir the beans, as it were. I'll let you look at these things. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. There we go. The poo spray. The poo spray. Huh? That's some good stuff right there. All right. Found a 79 Canadian hanger. In 79? Slick. You get a lot of those. On the Canadian pennies. I've got one, I think, right here. I can't read it. I'll put it under the scope so we can see. So, Coin Dragon is talking about a hanging number. Scope there. And I've got a few of these around here somewhere. Which is a clash on Lizzie's chin. And it's going to show up just above the date, right here. It's going to come out at an angle, you know, kind of straight, and then hook down. So it looks like a hanging digit. So if he's got a hanger on a 79, he's got a little clash mark right here, which is Lizzie's chin. Ta-da! So it's an L shape. I'm sure I could find one here. Let me take a look here real quick. Did I just have those out? If I did, they might still be on the desk. Nope, 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 nope. What's this box? What's this one? Nope. What's in it here? Nope, nope. I got a whole box of Canadian stuff here somewhere. First, what's this one? Huh. Is that it? Can. See? Canadian. Alright, let's see if we can find a hanger in here. I'll show you what Frank's talking about here. Let's see. What's this? You think I'd mark them, huh? Here we go. Here's a hanger. This is a 1963 with a hanger. So 1963 Canadian penny, just like same back as this one. They don't change nothing in Canada. Okay, but you're looking for a clash mark, which would be the little nape of Lizzie's chin. Can you see it? That's a hanger. And they're good for, you know, $1 or $2. And sometimes you get double hangers, triple hangers, because they just slamming these dies together. That's all it is. But what I don't see, I rarely ever see a clash on the other side of the coin. I'd like to see a bit of the 3 sticking out under Lizzie's chin. I'm going to zoom in. I've got some polishing marks. So they dressed up the die for sure. All right, nothing there, but we got the hanger on this side for sure. Upside down. There it is. Isn't that great? That's as simple as that is. No matter. Put that in your list of things to collect. A hanging 3. They got hangers on most years apparently. Around 1960, plus or minus 3-4 years are the most common dates for those to have. For those hangers. There you go. That was it. Goose Frava. Goose Frava. I have no idea what you're talking about there. You get a BU penny roll of 64s. Get to, what, are you having a sale, Bill? Right here. Bill's hustling the audience. Yeah. How much? Reverend David would like to know how much for your 64 roll. Are they Canadian or U.S. pennies? Let's see. And it probably looks something like this. There you go. Just a shiny roll of brand new pennies. What's that one? 61D. What's this one? There's a shiny roll of brand new pennies. 1963D. Really? Yeah, brand freaking spanking new. All right. Not sure yet. Have to make sure they're all 64. Well, make sure they're all US or Canadian too. That'd be good. Look, if you want to get a hold of Bill, contact Bill and say, hey man, I want to get a hold of you. Ask him how much is, they're US, okay. Ask him how much. What's a going price for a roll of 64s? Let's see, I gotta get the right edition here. Where's my damn book here? That one? Nope. But this one. There we go. There we go. Uncirculated rolls. According to the Numismatic News. Let's see what that one I had go. 61D. That one. Brand new, brilliant, uncirculated. What's the going rate on something like that? You ready for this? Pennies. 1961 D. Huh. Because you see these things selling. I've seen people bid these things up to astronomical levels. Here's Numismatic News price guides on what they're valued at. How do I do this? Because I got to put the camera. All right, we'll just zoom in. Let's see if you can see what 1961 D roll is good for. Please focus when I'm trying to do something, can't you? You got to talk sternly to these things. All right, give me a way to focus. What's a BU roll of memorials going for? 61D, $1.90. Can you see that all right? 61D, 64, couple of bucks. Right, most of them are a couple of bucks. And I've seen these going for 15, 20, 25, 30, and more on some shows. That's what these things go for. I probably got that whole roll for like, $2 or something. $1.50, $2. You had one job, cameraman. That's Numismatic News. There it is. All right. 1955D. Let's look at, no, 55S. Wow, there you go. Here's another one that's kind of popular because it's the last of the S mints. And I don't pay more than, $24 for a roll of 55S pennies. And I see those things going for 40, 50, 60 bucks. 60 bucks? Are you real? Are you serious? There it is. Handy thing, the Numismatic News. Every 3 months they come up with a price guide. It's not updated as often as coinprices.org. However, they do have things such as uncirculated rolls. So you can say, hey man, what's the going price on this particular date? What's a 43? Okay, steels. They're going for 60, 170, and 310. 310 bucks? Let me look at that. 43. I gotta draw a line. Give me a pen. And a straight edge. 43. Yep, 310 bucks. Good Lord. There. So I drew a line. 310 bucks for a roll of BU 43S's. Geez, $6 a coin. Impressive. What's the America the Beautiful silver bullion? Oh, them 5 ounces. Yep. Gold coinage. Proof sets. Proof sets. Look, you get recent prices on proof sets. All right. What's my favorite one? I like to use 1972 as a landmark because I see those selling for crazy prices. 1972S proof set. $5. Does that show up? $5. I see those things going for 12, 15, 18, 22 bucks. Look, man, if you want to spend that kind of money on coins, that's okay with me. I'm just saying you might not be doing yourself a favor if you're paying that much when you can get, 3 or 4 times as many more somewhere else. Oh, let's see. I'm heading out. Stay awesomely groovy. You stay awesomely groovy, SJ. You take care of yourself out there and stay safe. You had one job, cameraman. Not worth the mail. If you're going to get BU rolls, I pick them up, in addition to another purchase, right? Because you get 3 rolls, you're going to go over a pound, and now you're into, $7.50, $8 for shipping. Um, if I pick up BU rolls, well, I'm already over, so why don't you throw a couple of those in just for fun? Pay $1 or $2 for the roll. You can have fun with them. Look through. Maybe you'll find something. I found absolutely nothing in these rolls. Nothing. Uh, okay. I don't lose a whole lot. I took some out and threw them in the can because they were spotty and just no good. Get those out of the way. But as an add-on, makes good sense a lot of times. But to order an individual penny roll, let's see, 1961D, cost you, $2. And then another $3.50 to $4 for shipping for the one roll. You pay way too much is what you end up doing. Bank wrap rolls, people buy to search. Yeah, but the prices, the value of that roll is good for, $2, $3. They're paying $40 for a roll of 60s. What? You can never, ever recover that. Look, you can spend whatever you want. I'm just going to call you foolish. You can get the darn things. They made millions, nay, billions of these pennies. Billions each year for billions of years. They got them in sacks of 5,000. You can get those for 150, $200 easily. And people take those and roll up coins, and yeah, they'll put it in crimped old style rollers and have the ends crimped up with a special tool and say, hey, this is an OBW roll. Okay, people don't know the difference. Ken, do you keep all your copper pennies? No, because I will never recover. Let's say I go, I actually got some here. Yeah. Here's a bag of picks, stuff I just picked out, right? And you get people that'll coin roll hunt, and they'll keep the older coins before 1982. All right, there's one. There's a wheat penny. I probably picked that out, right? But they keep the copper. All right, thinking that well, geez, it's worth more for the copper than it is for the face value, except that we have a few things in our way, such as a law saying we cannot melt our copper pennies and sell that, make money melting the darn things. Next, this is not pure copper, okay? These are 95% copper. From 1963 to 1982, they include 5% zinc. Before 1963, it's 5% tin and zinc. And the cost of refining this into pure copper far exceeds the value you're going to gain. What are you going to do? Hold on to it and hope the price of copper goes up? It's not going to change the law. Saving pennies because of their copper value doesn't make any sense. Look, you get $100 worth of pennies, right? You get $100 worth of copper pennies sitting in a jar waiting. You do better off to, one, take it back to the bank and get fresh pennies and go through those, because you'll find, another 20 or 30 wheat pennies, and just keep turning it over that way. You'll make far more than waiting for the lot of change so you can melt it down. You do better with $100 worth of copper pennies to take it to the bank, deposit it in your checking account, and go buy a coin that you can get a good price on, right? And then flip it for a $5 profit. Killing everyone's dreams. I was watching the video, well, I'm still watching the video where CJ and Coin Dragon were talking. Where are you here? Here's a screen. It's called Future of Coins. It's just a stream that CJ and Frank were involved in. I'll give you the link. It's excellent. I missed it. It's from October. There it is. I recommend watching it. It's a good, boy, this is just juicy content in there. Let's see. Are we still showing that? Let me get rid of this. Hold on. Webcam. No, wrong button. Scope. There. That's what I want to see is the darn screen. Okay, future of coins. And it's beautiful. I'm at the point where they're talking about the culture of now, where people, they got these coins and they put them up in Facebook there and they say, hey, what's this worth? I want to know right now, and where can I sell this coin and make my billions of dollars? Um, you want to make money now? You should have gotten the information earlier that would help you make money now, because you're not just going to find a penny in pocket change and say, help, this is great, give me $500. It's not going to happen. You want to sell your coin, you'll need a reputation. You'll need an audience of buyers, okay? Um, you can take it to a dealer, you'll have to identify it. You'll have to convince him what it is, especially if you think it's some valuable, rare thing. Then if you have like 10 of them, it's probably not rare. Yes, Ken, I have tons of them. Take them back to the bank. Get your copper, put that into circulation. Not so much, for the sake of the coin, but put the cash back into your account so you can put it back to work, get more coins to search. Seriously, holding on to coins for copper value, you would need 37 tons. The cost of shipping, you could break your back trying to lift enough copper coins to make $1,000 profit. You can't do it. You buy my coin right now. Yeah, it's the culture of now that I'm up to. It's beautiful. Geez, you could write down I would want to get a copy of that, a transcript of the program, and get his signature on that. Okay, let me wipe my nose. It's itching. One moment. I gotta hit this. There. Yeah, you don't want to see me with my finger up my nose, because that'd be just nasty. There. See how nasty that was? Yep. You can make money in the coin industry. You can make money collecting coins, buying them for a price and selling for a better price. You can make money going through, bank rolls. But if you don't know what the hell you're looking for, you're probably not going to find the valuable coins. You'll pick out the Wheaties. You'll pick out, some foreign coins, some Canadians. And they're good for a few cents. You put together a few thousand of them, yeah, you can make a couple of $100. CJ's a very smart dude and a great speaker. Yes, absolutely. That particular video is a piece of work. I'm totally into that. Find any pennies? I got like 6 things going through my mind right now. You can make some money doing this, but without the information, right? You're not. CJ had a point about the guy. He's got a 1982 penny. He says, is this a large or a small date? Wait a minute. You know already that there is a difference between a large and a small date, but you haven't done a simple Google search. Well, let's do this. Let's go to screen. All right. Can we see this right? Let me set this up right. Come on, move. There. Okay. We're going to go over here to Google, start a new window. All right. Google. 1982. Let's look at 1982. Look, without typing further, I've got a couple of entries here. 82D small date copper, 82 penny, 82 Corvette, 82 penny value. Let me type in small date and see if this will tell me the difference between a large and a small date. Wow. What's this? There's a whole bunch of them. There's 7 different varieties for 1982. Really? And they put their pictures up and say, is this a large or a small date? What, because you can't find the information at all? You've searched high and low and can't figure it out? Look at this. Lincoln Center Resource, large and small dates. Lincoln Memorial Penny, small date. Let's look at some of these. Large and small date. Does it explain it? No. Okay, not that one. That one does not explain it. How about this one? Lincoln Cent Racehorse, 1982 cents. You get 7 strike varieties. Wait a minute. Look. Here's a picture showing small date, large date, small date, large date. The only difference here is the D. People aren't doing enough research to identify something that they know is out there. Google is your friend, and I understand his frustration. I've encountered it many times. Here it is again. The 1982 Lincoln Cent, small date and large date. And, I grew up with things like Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers and Zoom and the Electric Company. And you get this, one of these things doesn't belong here. Two of these things are kind of the same. You can look at these things and say, hey, this 8 is different from that 8. Look, it's big and fat and handsome, and this one's kind of puny and scrawny. Now look over this one and say, this is straight. That's pretty clear. It's got a big fat tail, and the tail sticks out past the loop, and it's kind of stumpy on the top, and that's a large date. Now look at this one over here, and it's much more refined. It's got a gentle curve. The tail lines up with the top curve, and the upper curve is a little more graceful. That's the differences I'm looking for. But people can't look and tell the difference or something. Is there something wrong with people? Is that what it's at? It's these kids nowadays. No. Okay, yeah, we'll go there. A cursoral search, just a light search on Google, brought up a couple of different places where we would find out this information. People aren't doing that much homework. What's wrong with people? They want the answer right now. Well, they can get it with 30 seconds of searching on Google, and they're not doing that much. I can't help those people, really. The people that I can help are the people that want to know the difference. What other markers are there for the 1982, right? Large and small lot. There's the distance from the rim, between the date and the rim. There's the design of the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. They're much more fine. They're much more delicate on these small dates, right? Well, how do I tell if it's copper or zinc? Spend, $8 on a scale. What? The information's out there, but people aren't accessing it. They're not trying to get to it. They're looking for the $1 million coin based on a date. What are there, 32 coins worth over $1 million? Is that maybe it's 40. Seriously, there aren't that many coins that are worth a fortune. You've got channels out there, they sensationalize. Look for this $1 million coin in your pocket change. Right here. If you have one of these, it could be worth $1 million. Yeah, and monkeys could fly out my ass. Really? What is it about that coin in particular that makes it so darn valuable? You're engaged in sensationalist numismatics. It's tabloid coin hunting. Honestly, tell them the rest of the story. That coin is worth, mega dollars because there's 2 of them. And you're not going to find that in pocket change. Oh, the SMSs, the special strikes from 1964. Every time you see a story or an article or a video about that, you always get the questions over in Facebook. Is this the special strike 1964? Because it's really shiny. All right, well, the key indicator that it's not is because it's really shiny. The special strike Kennedys were a satin finish. Hello? Did you do any homework at all? No? If you're not doing your homework, if you're not doing a little investigation on your own, then I'm going to tell you, you're not doing it right. Don't even get me started on that 64 SMS crap. All right. What's the first thing you look for in a special strike 64? The first thing you look for? A pedigree. You're talking a couple of dozen examples out there. They know where they are. They know who's got them. They know what they're worth. Most of them have been certified. Yep. Have you investigated any of that, information? There's only a couple of dozen, and you don't have one. Yep. How much is your coin worth? Nothing. It's written on the back. There, look. It's your coin is worth 1 cent. If you think it's worth more, explain to me why you think it's worth more. Well, because I saw a video, or because I heard about it on Facebook, or because this guy I used to work with, you know, going out with his sister, he said it's probably worth a lot of money. Not good enough. There are particular reasons why a coin is worth more than face value. And if you can't name that particular reason, chances are your coin is not worth more than face value. The truth shall set you free or piss you off. There. Did you make... There. Yeah, I went to click show, and then a thing came up, says another moderator handled this. Yeah. And now it's showing, but I can't see that it's showing because I got to see this thing that says another moderator handled this. Okay, screen. There, so that was over here in the chat, because I want to everybody see Big and Bama's quote, the truth shall set you free or piss you off. Why is that coin worth a fortune? Probably because it's rare. And if you have a bucket of them, you don't have a rare coin. Guaranteed. If you have more than 2 of a particular coin, you probably don't have a rare coin. And if it's not rare, it's probably not valuable. Screen, scope. Okay, why is this one special? This one right here, what makes this one special? This one is special because it is a doubled die. Nat, you ready? Oh, let me pull up a picture. Oh, I love this. Let me pull up a picture. Let's see, camera roll. Is it in here? No, I got a bunch of pictures here. Under here. How about that? Doubled die. There it is. I got 37. Wait for it. I need this up. Then I come over here and click screenshot. There. Doubled. See this word? Doubled. Okay. Double. Every coin is a double die. There's a front and a back, an obverse and a reverse die. It's when the die itself, the DIE, not DYE, which is a coloring for fabric or textiles. It's when the die is doubled. That's when you probably have a coin that's more valuable. Let's see, screen scope. There, such as this one. What makes it a doubled die? The indicators and the diagnostics of wider, of separation lines, of notches, of having been attributed. That's a big one. There are coins out there that have not yet been attributed. There are die varieties that have not been discovered or not cataloged, not documented, that are probably going to be worth a little bit. But something like this one, right? It's a 2015. Yeah, it's shiny. It's beautiful, mostly, except for that. Okay, it's not uncirculated. Here we go, look. Yeah, that's a shiner, all right. Yeah, I'd be proud to have this. I don't get to keep it. I get to look at it for a little while. This is probably good for a couple of bucks. It's probably not good for 18,000 bucks. But it's good for a couple. Let me get rid of that one. Put that one back here. On any coin produced since the Beatles were a sensation, if it's not in tip-top mint condition, it's probably not worth more than face value. There's a few. There's some silver pieces. There's some proof. There's some special mint set issues from 2005 to 2010. There's some really brilliant uncirculated coins that have some value, and there are die varieties, design varieties that have more value. But if you have a coin, it's like a 1976 D with a scratch across the face, dude, just go spend it. It's not going to be worth a damn. Let me catch up on chat over here. A lot of people that get excited. There's foreigners out there that get on these Facebook groups and ask questions about their coins because they don't know the darn first thing about it. You know, the name is, you can't even read it. It's in some sort of gibberish. and they put up a picture of a 1986 nickel, and they want to know how much it's worth and where they can sell it to get their millions of dollars, because they don't know. That's understandable. They probably don't know about the series or what the thing is, and if they're not able to identify it, then it's hard to do a Google search and find out, oh, it's worth nothing. You get these price lists. Where the hell did that go? And these new collectors get these price lists. And they get into there. Let's see. Let's get a good one here. There we go. No, let's not do gold. Let's not do gold. Let's do there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Give me a more common coin. How about a 1934 Buffalo nickel? There we go. State quarters, cents. 19, oh, Barber dimes. We're getting there. Oh, Buffalo. Oh, then I go 2 pages past it. 1934 Buffalo nickel. We'll find it on this page. What is that worth? And you give them these price lists, and you say you can just look up the price, right? You just have to know the grade, and you can look it up. So 1934 is going to be down here, right? And if we can get down there, that'd be just, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd just have a shit right here. 1934. What's that nickel worth? Okay, and they see the listing for 1934. And they follow it across, and they see all these numbers, all kinds of numbers. Well, Jesus. I mean, my coin is worth $54. What is that? My coin is worth $54 because that's the biggest. No, wait. That one says 200. Woo! My coin's worth $200. It says it right there in the book. Hey, dumbass. What are all these other numbers? Are you missing this? Look, you got grades on these things, right? You got different grades. You want to know what your coin is worth? Because it's got a scratch on it. You can't even see, the face. You can barely see the date. It's bent. You got 4 holes in it, and there's a toenail stuck on the edge with glue. Huh. Condition is everything with these things. But people who don't know, well, they want to believe in the best. I must have, this coin worth hundreds of dollars because there's a figure in the book that says $200. No, you have to look at the condition of your goddamn coins. Right here, look. What the hell does this mean? You got no idea? If you don't know what that means, then the rest of it means nothing to you either. And that claim that you got a $200 coin, you can kiss that idea goodbye too. There's terrific disinformation and misinformation out there. When's your next jam on it session? Who's jamming? I'm bitching now. This is the culture of now. I'm going to bitch right now. Start doing a lot of teaching. That's the objective, isn't it? Here, let me get this camera put back where it was. Yep, I get frustrated trying to answer all these questions. When people don't know how to ask a question, or they make assumptions about their coin being valuable, and you can't tell them otherwise. Hey, what's this coin? It's a piece of shit with a hole in the head. No, it isn't, man. A friend of mine told me this is really valuable, so it is. And they argue with you. There was a guy argued with Chuck, right? Said, no, man, you're wrong. And he puts up a link, right? The guy who says Chuck is wrong puts up a link to Chuck's website. You can't tell people nothing. They don't know who's talking to them, too. They don't know who knows something. They don't know who knows nothing. And a lot of people, they know just enough to think they're right, but they don't know enough to know that they're wrong. Does that make sense to you? Freedom to bitch. It's in the Constitution. How do we make this all better? We got to train them up. And we can't train them all up. And the ones that don't want to learn, well, dude, I can guarantee you they're not going to learn. We can only help the ones who want to improve their situation, who want to get the experience, who want to know and learn which of these coins is worth something because of whatever it's displaying. Right? What are the key dates for that series? Well, learn what the term key date means, and you can figure that out for yourself. You can figure out what the key dates are for any series without knowing. Okay, key date. You can figure on any series there's going to be one, two, maybe three or four even particular dates and mint marks where the uh, production was lower than all the other years. So let's go over to, let me pull this up here first real quick. Okay, coin collecting checklist. We'll get over there and have a look. Make sure we got the screen lined up right so we can see it. Okay, there's a coin collecting checklist, and I can see the bottom, all right? Okay, so what are the key dates for, say, let's see, the Seated Liberty $50. And you're looking for some mintages, and here's a mintage column right here. You're looking for mintages that are probably much lower than all the others. What do you got? Well, geez, you got some proofs in there. This is a proof. That one's a proof. That one's a proof. That one's a. It looks like the proofs would be the key dates. Well, let's ignore the proofs and just go after the circulated coinage. Here's 203,000. Couple of million, couple of million, couple of million. 589,000 for 1845. Couple of million, couple of million, couple of million, couple of million. 500,000 for 1948. Wait a minute. Here's one with only 77,000 for 1852. Would that be the key date? Perhaps. You can go through the whole darn list and see, are there any others that have lower mintage? Wait. Here's one with 60,000 produced. In 1865 S, Liberty Seated $50 with no motto. Is that the key to the series? Well, here's one with 54,000. If you understand what the terms mean and what we're trying to describe, you can figure this shit out on your own. 1874 CC, 59,000. Noticing a pattern? Here's a 78 CC with 62,000. The CCs seem to be pretty much keys all by themselves. You might want to gather those up. Wait, look, here's one with 12,000 produced. And then it starts getting funky. 10,000, 4,400, 8,000. These 1880s, wow, they're really neat. Might want to start grabbing those up. What's that noise? Somebody commented. Chris Rhodes needs a bigger mustache. Okay, let's get back to the stream here. But some people don't do the simple research to figure out what does key date or semi-key, what does that mean? And if they're not doing that much homework, if they're not meeting us halfway, no amount of advice is going to help them. Just got another Bermuda coin in a penny roll. I got some back here somewhere, I'm sure of it. How's the wife doing, Mr. Doughboy? So how do you separate the wheat from the chaff? How do you separate the people who want to be better collectors, who want to get deeper into the hobby? How do we separate them from the people who are looking for a windfall? Ooh, is this coin worth $5 because I'm going to pay my light bill? How do we separate the heavy-duty collectors, the people who are going to go further with this hobby and can probably make some money with the hobby, right? Who can put together some pretty darn nice sets? Who can identify these coins? How do we separate those from the people who found something weird and have no idea what it is and just they're hoping it's worth a fortune so they can get a Lamborghini? Yeah. I know. How about we look at all the people that have found a single rare coin and made life wonderful and bought a Lamborghini? Do you know anybody who can interview for that? Pennies and coins found in circulation don't tend to buy a lot of Lamborghinis. Stay focused, people. The levels of fun involved with keeping all copper pennies is off the charts. Okay, yeah, we're kind of funny that way. Take all the 73 to 79 cents out of circulation, so I don't have to look at them anymore. Those are quiet years, really. 73, 4, 5. 73's got a minor double die. 74's got a really minor one. A lot of those dates, there's not much to find in those. They're really quiet years. The Mint, hey, it was the 70s. Everybody's pretty groovy. They're getting their work done. They go home. They smoke dope and, go out to disco. That's what they did in the 70s. And they didn't get a lot of screw ups. The glass is half empty. Man, pour it into a glass that fits what you're trying to drink. How about that one? Itis here. Good, we can continue. Well, we can't inform and educate the people that don't want to learn. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing and, get these coin classes and stuff that go on for an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours. Because if they don't want to listen for an hour, they're probably not going to listen for 10 minutes. But there's a chance we can get some more collectors over here. So we're starting that short video segment, right? Explain one simple thing. Explain what a key date is. Explain what that means so that they can learn and aha, they say, I know how to tell if a coin is a key date. Explain to them what that means. And that'll draw in the people who want to learn. The people who don't want to learn, they're going to keep doing their thing. Yep. Digging stuff out with toenails stuck to it and say, oh, this must be worth a fortune. Well, anyway, I just thought I'd get on, go through Chris Hurley's mail that he sent over here, and then spend the rest of the day bitching. All right. So what's everybody else up to today? You looking through coin rolls? You're trying to find stuff to buy? You're looking for a place to learn about how to identify the coins better. That's the sort of thing we want to get to you. That's the sort of information we want to get to you. Oh, Jeff Stanley's here. People need to understand that demand must be considered, as well as the number of survivors. Newfoundland Cents has one issue that is 300,000. It's not worth what a 1909 SVDB is because of demand. No, people don't collect Canadian pennies in anywhere near the numbers as they collect American pennies. Back in the 50s, the companies started coming out with the folders, right? The 50s was a bonanza for the hobby. It became cool. Geez, everything was cool back then. Give me a folder here. I just had one. There. Whitman came up with their first folders, so you could take the folder and go through your pocket change and put the right coin and the right date. And it was fucking brilliant. Dude, people had a way to collect. They had directions. Get one of everything and fill your book. It was brilliant. They sold millions of the darn books. Hundreds of them probably got filled, but a lot of people got involved in the hobby. Just because they had an objective. A simple objective. Fill every hole. Here's an objective. Design a camera that will freaking focus. Oh, what the hell with this? I'm going back to the circus. Come on. Come on. Why won't you focus? You're designed to focus. Some geek programmed you to focus, but you don't focus. If you have designed cameras for a living, I want you to come over to my house because I'm going to whip your ass. That's all there is to it. But this was brilliant back in the day. They gave you a means of ordering your coins, presenting your coins, and completing a set. You had an objective. You had a target. Is that what we need to do, is get back into giving people a target, get back into giving them directions, instructions? I think that might help. What is cool is your penny checklist. It's a handy damn thing. You can print that out. Let's see. Here's a screen. Here's the darn checklist. Yeah, you can print this out. And for what, 3 years I had it online, openly available to everyone in the world. I don't know if anybody actually printed the darn thing out. There it is. You get a little check box here. You got the date, the mint mark, anything special about it, right? You got the mintage, you get a surviving population. And I had this up online for everybody to use. I finally moved it over that I changed the location online, and you can still get to there, but you have to be a supporter of the Patreon project that we have going on. Let me give you that link real quick. There's copy. We got 21 supporters so far. We got a whole lot more to go. Ideally, when we get to about 200, we got another project to put up for you, and that's going to shake the world. But until we got a couple of hundred, it's not ready. We need some numbers behind that before we bring that idea out. This coming Monday? Well, hopefully. Or is she answering somebody else? Some geek programmed obsolescence into the camera. I think so. This is the Circus D. Reese. Yeah. So anyway, the penny checklist and all the other checklists, and we've got all kinds of them in there. Yeah, you can still print those out, but to get access to that, I'm only sharing that link over in Patreon. What's the difference between a doubled die and machine doubling? All right, here comes the Play-Doh. You ready? Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I'll give you a quick lesson. Okay, there's the die. Here's a hub. The hub is pressed into the die, right? The hub looks just like your coin. It's raised up, you know, you can read it. Looks like a regular coin. They're going to press that into the die. They're going to go squish and leave the imprint over here in the die, right? But they used to do it repeatedly. They jam it in, back it out, jam it again, back it out, jam it in, you know, a few times to transfer that design sharply over to from the hub onto the die. But what would happen, right, if while they're hubbing the die, because they call it the hubbing process because they hit it with a hub, that's the hub. Let me get some Play-Doh going. This will take a moment. I gotta warm it up. Play-Doh time. Okay, there. What would happen if during that process, right, where I'm taking the hub and slamming it into a die, what if one of them moved? The design isn't going to line up exactly right. I'm going to hit it one time, right, hub it. I'm going to hub it again, but shift it just a little bit. What can I expect on the die? I expect the die to be, you ready? Doubled. Look, it says hub and hub. This is a doubled die. Kind of neat. Every coin produced from this die is going to show the exact same design. Every single coin, it repeats. Okay, machine doubling is a little different. I could take a normal die. Right? I'm going to strike that coin. Now my coin is struck. But what happens sometimes is you get a lot of stuff going on in these machines. I mean, they're going 10 times a second. They're moving. Sometimes they kind of bounce or shudder or just, you know, kind of rim rack. Now, normally my design is going to be right up straight and tight. Just like that. It says CJ's Coins and Crafts. Focus! God damn it. See? You swear at them, they listen. All right, machine doubling is where that die bounces. I've already got the design, perfectly normal. I've already got it, but I'm going to hit it again, but not with enough force for a complete strike, right? See, I've got a flat field here, and the devices are raised. Let me try to line that up, but I'm not going to give it a full strike. I'm just going to kind of bounce it. What's going to happen to my existing devices is they're going to be smacked again. Let's see if we can see that. Let's look at that J. Get in there. Come on. I need a stick. Okay. What's happening is the fields. See the J? That's hitting this J. And it's flattening out what's already in place. Let me do it a little bit harder. It's flattening out what's already been struck. Okay, the die is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with the die. Look at that, straight, neat, tidy. It's not a doubled die like we had in the back. But I have this, it looks kind of like doubling. But I have taken an existing device and flattened part of it. So they're going to be flat and shelf-like. The normal thickness from the right over here to the left, that's the normal thickness. But the raised up part, which is here over to there, that's thinner than normal. Right? Now the shelf, that's a flat shelf because I'm hitting it with a flat die. Right? So this is a strike issue. That's something that happened during the strike. Whereas the doubled die, before the coin was ever made, that's when the die was doubled. Before the coin was ever made, the hub hit the die and then hit it again with a whatever rotation or shift. So I have a doubled. Come on. So I have a doubled die. Before the coin was ever made, that design is doubled. Whereas MD happens at strike. Edit this video and make a short coin tips video. This is a perfect demonstration. What if I can do that? I might be able to. Repiece it together. The hammer will fix it. Ken, what is Longacre doubling? Ooh, Longacre was a dude. He was just plain mean. He was grouchy. He worked hard though. He did his job. But man, the whole world was against him. All right. Now Longacre, he was not an aristocrat. He came in from the outside. He was not part of the club, and he worked his way up from nothing, right? From the gutter. He worked his way up to be mint director. And dude, he was thoughtful. He was educated. He was informed. He had a good grip on what he was doing. And what he wanted to do, he had an objective to make those dies last longer. Okay? Real simple. So I'm going to take the hub, right? And what he would do to make them last longer, he'd hub that, he would hub the die, right? And then it'd still be loose. And then he'd wrap it. So it's kind of like machine doubling on the hub. Well, that's not the best example. But it imprinted into the die a little bit of extra design around the design. The idea was that the metal would step in. Let me see if I need a piece of paper to draw that one. Let's see. I'm not ready to explain this one. There we go. Let's move this out of the way. Take my studio over here is full. Okay, so on the die, which would normally be, hubbed, and here's, say, a digit, for example, would be in here. That's like the number 7 sliced in half. Let's see if we can draw a 7 in here. Da, 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 da. There, something like that. So there's the die. How do I make this look right? We'll do this. Okay, so there's a 7. Maybe it goes like that and has some depth to it. All right. What he does by wrapping it a second time is you get a little extra indentation right here on the edges. Okay. So when you finish coin, right, you have a raised 7, right, and maybe a little extra over here, or over here. So this is the Longacre doubling. Okay. That's it. Just this little bit of extra. But for the metal stepping into the die, it's gonna, get down. It's going downstairs. It lasts a little bit longer. It made his dies hold up. So he saves money for the mint. The mint's all happy. Let's see if we can find some. I got a bunch of Indian pennies here. Screen, scope, there. Let's see if we can find some. So Indians are common. Shield nickels. 2-cent pieces. Let's see if we can find some Longacre doubling. Okay, I'm not seeing anything there. Give me another one. What's that one? That's a penny. It's over here. No, I'm sure I got some more here. We're going to hunt until we find it, because I'm sure we've got some of this around here. V nickels will have it. Anything produced, 1860 to 1900 is typical. What's this one? Here's another Indian. What's that one? Oh, this one I found on the floor the other day. Okay, here's a 1908. Let's see if we can see it. So if you got some Indians, you might just stand a chance of noticing some Longacre doubling. Let's look on the letters here. Now, if I'm trying to find it, I won't find it. Let's look at this. Okay, by 1915, George Morgan had taken over the mint, and he wasn't following everything Longacre was doing. He's going to do it his way, make his own showing. What do you got in here? Got another one? Here's another Indian. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Oh, that's a crappy one. Let's see if we can find it here. I don't have a good example yet. Still working on it. Any more Indians? What's that one? No, that's 1913. What's that? What's this? What are these? Oh. What's that one? Oh, here's something. Here's something. It's in a holder. This is where the coins go. They're all over the desk. How about this one? It's a 1907. Another one. All kinds of crud on this one. Well, I'm not coming up with an example right now, but I still want to. What's this? Here's another Indian. Oh, it's a woody Indian. Let's try the back. I'm just not finding it. Here's another one. If I look at 10 of these, we'll probably find one. Here's an 02. And some marks that are doing it no favors. I really want to find this. Try 3 centers. Okay, what's this box? I don't know. There's a box of coins. I don't know what's in there. Any more Indians here? How about under here? No. What's that? That's a steel penny. What are these? Oh, there's that roll I've been looking for. All right, I know I have. I can guarantee you I have some examples of long anchor doubling. Let me get this out of my way here. There we go. Now let's see, the green book, the blue book. Not that book. Let's try this one. Oh. Do. Oh, where'd that come from? Nope. Try the green book, which is under Photoshop and the Cherry Picker's Guide and the 3-cent book. Okay, here, we'll find one in here. It takes some work, but by God, we're going to find it. Okay, 1888. See any? I can't even see through the plastic. This is going to be a chore. So if I find it, I'll take it out of the plastic and give you a better look. A great place to look is inside the 1 cent. Nah, that's too where I have to see anything. 1890, how you look. What's a 1 ren? It's a foreign denomination. Probably Chinese or Japanese or some damn thing. Yep. Now, if I'm not looking for long anchor doubling, I find it on every damn coin I go through. But if I'm trying to find it, an example is tough, right? You should try to find a Phillips screwdriver. What are you going to find? A flat. You'll find 16 flathead screwdrivers. But when you go back to get a flathead screwdriver, you find 16 Phillips screwdrivers. Even if you're right on your screwdriver, Phillips or flathead, you're going to find the other one. Okay, 1895. Let's try this one. Because I guarantee you, we got some long anchor doubling here. But I'm about to give up looking. Jesus. Why don't you guys ask about things that I have specimens for right here inside, right on the desk, ready to go? That'd be so much easier. $1896. Because we're going to find this. We might have to go through every goddamn penny here, but we're going to find it. We're going to find it today, though. I'm back to learn something. Let's do this. Well, if you don't want to learn about it, are you going to pay attention any longer? You know, you want to learn about diesel engines? No, because if you did, you'd be over the diesel engine channel watching his show. Some guy talking about compression. That's just a filthy example. We've gone through a dozen wayfindity yet. It's fairly common, really. You're going to find it. You're going to see it. And all we need to do is come up with an example to show it to you. (1873), 1874. What's that? The Ren? Bill, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is why I like to put coins in the plastic flip so I can get the darn coin out and take a decent photo of it. You could. I have like 2 3-cent nickels around here, and where they are, dude, I got no idea. I may never see those again. If you saw the desk behind me, you might understand. There's no finding anything in there. I think we might have a little bit here. Okay, upright. Stand upright. Come back into focus. Nah, I think it's just a bit of a shadow line. That's not it. So far, nothing. 1 ren is 1/10 of a sen. What will a ren buy me? So I'm looking at the letters because that's usually the best place to identify it. This imaginary Longacre doubling, which I just cannot find when I'm trying to show it. Okay, we got a few more to look at. What's that? A picture of Longacre doubling? Did you just save me? Open link in new tab. And we'll go to the screenshot. Come back up to here. There. Can you see this image? Paula just put up a picture of Longacre doubling. There. Let me save that. LAD, Longacre doubling. Save. I pressed a button. I pressed a button 4 times. Okay, now I can pull it up here so I can zoom in. This is what you're looking at. See the extra bit, kind of like a doubling all around the letters, but it's always really low, right? Kind of flat. Doesn't have much relief. That's Longacre doubling. This is what you're looking at. And it's all around and inside the devices. It shows up best on the letters. That's Longacre doubling. Gosh, here I am going through every coin I got trying to find an example. I can just look it up. Well, learn this image. Focus on it. Let it become the fiber of your very existence. Because you're going to find this. If you're going through Indians or 2 cents or 3 cents, seated coinage, all that stuff, you're going to find this. And it has no value. It has no premium. There we go. Look at that U. See, there's no splits on these serifs. There's no splits. The doubling has no relief. Whew. Is that good enough? Longacre doubling is a word. Yeah, get over to Aeroref and check that out. Paula put up a link and saved me. I had to. I'm sweating bullets over here. You'll get it. You'll find it. Eventually, if you get deeper into the hobby, you're going to find all this stuff and be able to identify it on your own. You say, wait a minute, I heard something about this Longacre doubling. Okay, I'm going to show you Aeroref, which is a site Paula just linked to. Here's a screenshot again. And where the hell did it go? Here it is, Aeroref.com. Real good site. Read the whole damn thing. Honestly, here's copy. I'll give you the link over here. There. Open that up in a new window and bookmark that site. Do it now while I wait. Have you got it? Okay. Now read the whole damn thing. All of it. The whole damn thing. It's dry. It's dull. It's boring. Not a lot of plot, but you're going to find out all kinds of stuff. You're going to hear about things you've never heard of. Rotated die errors, pivoted die errors, horizontal alignment, problems with the anvil die, vertical misalignment, dual misalignments, forced misalignments, broad strikes, stiff collar errors, weak strikes, invisible strikes. Huh? What the hell's an invisible strike? I don't see nothing here. Okay, that's kind of an invisible strike. All right, really, really weak strikes. Rim restricted first and second strikes. Skidding coin errors. Here's finning. Stutter strikes. Machine doubling. Oh God, get over there and study MD. Seriously, if you can't figure out machine doubling, you don't have a chance at identifying double dies, because every coin out there is going to be a double die. Look at this. See? Flat, shelf-like, no relief, makes the devices look thinner than normal. And another key indicator is before 1989, right, on your business strikes, if you got the same doubling on the mint mark as you do on the date, it's going to be machine doubling every single time, right? You got to get your head around that one. Then there's more extreme forms. There's this thing called push doubling, which is machine doubling, you know, to the nth degree. Really heavy. I don't know if you can see this. It's going to be pretty small. It'd be really heavy. Here you have machine doubling over here, which is a flat shelf-like, and you've got a double die reverse number 1 on a 1983 set, and you can see that it has relief, right? It's not flat, it's rounded. This is a double die on the bottom. This is machine doubling on top. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Here you've got machine doubling. I've got a Ben here somewhere. Let's see if I could find that picture. It's got some of the most pronounced machine doubling I've ever seen. Oh wait. Look, long anchor doubling. Get it? Alright, that's okay. I thought it was funny as hell. I've got Ben Franklin with so pronounced MD that it makes you look twice and think, huh, that's wicked. That's funny. What's going on with that coin? No. See, if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. That means I'm not ready. I can't produce what people are asking when I'm not ready. Let's see. How about the screen dump? I did a dump. I did a file dump just to open up the directory. Here it is, folder dump. Okay, let's see. I bet you it's in here. Here's my niece. Isn't she a cutie? She makes everybody else's kid look like inbred retards. True story. Oh, I'll probably get copyrighted because of that or something. Let's see. Here's a whole bunch of coins. You'd think I'd label it in a way that I could find it easily. There we go. We'll get a whole bunch of them. This is machine doubling. Whoop, where'd it go? This is machine doubling. This is really prominent machine doubling. And I've got a whole bunch of pictures in a row. This is the same coin. See the flat shelf on his nose? You got some more up here on the Y. But it makes his nose thinner. If his nose comes to this line, it's thinner. If it comes to this line, that's the normal size of his nose. Okay, look at these. See, that T is thinner than it should be. Over here, this Y. Let me try to put that front and center on the stage here. That Y, at the top right, that arm is thinner. Now, I can't explain it any further, because if you can't understand that that looks thinner than normal, I have no way to explain it to you. So the top of that T is made thinner from the dark point here to that point there. That's the normal thickness of the T in Liberty, but now it looks thinner. R, same damn thing. Let's have a look at that. See how the top of this E is made thinner? The center line is made thinner. This is the height of the relief, and this is the flattened out part. Look at this. It's made so thin at the top of the R, it's almost non-existent. But the normal thickness is still preserved, even though it's been flattened out. This is machine doubling. Yep. The coin was struck, so Liberty, the B here, is already in place. And then it got hit again, but the die was a little bit shifted, or the planchet was a little bit shifted. And it wasn't enough force to strike it all the way. So these marks are just the shift of what's protruding on the die to make these the center of the B. That's all. And it's flattening what's already there. Thinner. That I is thinner than it should be. Now, how can I explain this in a different way for somebody to pick up on that? I took an I and I squished it partly. I need a different way to explain machine doubling to people, because I explain it and I explain it, and well, there's a whole lot of people that don't know what it is and haven't seen my explanation yet. But you got to get your head around MD. Got to, or you'll never progress if you don't. You're stuck. That is a major hurdle, is getting your head wrapped around MD, how it's made, how to identify it. You did not pick a topic. This was a mail call. Oh yeah. Never mind. We're just going to keep on going. Whole part of the newbie class on coin storage is cataloging. It'd be so easy if you start that way. But I take coins out, show them off, don't put them away. It happens. I have a lot of cataloging ideas. I just rarely implement them. I keep everything right here. That's usually where everything is. Look at this. Here's a stack of coins. I don't know what it is. I got to get through those. That's my project, for the next couple of days. What do you got here? A bunch of BU memorials. We got some BU nickels, some silver quarters. We got more silver quarters. We got a barber that's in the way. One moment. I got a camera that's not cooperating. There you go. This is what's in the stack. What's that? There's a wheat penny. I don't know why that's there. The barber's throwing things up. I'll move that off. We got, let's see, a couple of mercs. There's a dime. There's a shiner. I don't know what this is. Here's a piece dollar. What is all this junk? Here's a piece of paper. What's that? This is a 1969 Kennedy half dollar, 40% silver. Apparently with some toning. You want to explain this one to me? All right. I probably took it out, showed it off, put something else in there. Here's my card that I use all the time. Here's 5 pennies and an old barber quarter, worn to dog shit. What's on this panel? We got, that looks to be probably a satin. What's the date? Yep, that's a satin nickel, a proof nickel, some BU nickels, a couple of Kennedys. Hopefully one of them is go in that other holder. Yep, barber quarter, a couple of Indians that we probably didn't look at that probably have MD on them. This is what my life is like. Just a shambles. What's this? What's this stuff? We got a barber, half dollar. What's that one? A possible DDR. We got An S quarter. Here's a Walker. I don't know what's in this pile. What's this one? A bunch of silver quarters. And a Panda. Put that up here. That's what's going on. That was funny stuff. Well, look, man. It's one thing to be dry if you're not having fun. Now, I've said this before. I got it from a guy back at a restaurant I worked at years ago. He was an entertainer. He played saxophone and piano and sing, and he put on hats. Entertain the crowd. He always said, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And it's a good line. I recommend using it. Have you heard of the 2020 W nickel? What? No. The 2020 W nickel. You could search and maybe you'll find a video about that, I bet you. Yeah, they're putting 2020 W nickels in the proof sets and mint sets. There's 3 different kinds. The mint set will have an uncirculated finish. The proof set will have a proof finish. And the silver proof set will have a reverse proof finish on a 2020 W nickel. You got to have fun, or you're doing it wrong. You're darn right. Seriously, get out there. My brother comes over and just grouches at me all the. What are you doing? What the hell? Get out. Just go somewhere and do something. That's all he does is grouch. He came over to help with a well and just grouched at me the whole time. I said, why would you even bother to come over? We about got into it. Hey, Todd, good to see you. Look, I'm getting wore out. It's time for me to have some coffee, a cigarette, probably take a little nap. It's 3 o'clock. I bet you Bill J's on. I haven't checked on that. I've been up for 2 hours on this already. Let's see who's on right now. Let's see. Me and Bill J. Okay, let's surprise Bill J.
Anybody to hit a box like that.
Oop,
Waiting for some more people to get here.
Waiting for more people to get here, he says. Okay, here we go. Here's copy. Here's a screen. This is Bill J, right? He's doing his thing. He goes through a roll of $50 just about every day. He's got giveaways. You can win shit. So I'm going to give you the link. And your job, because I'm going to cut out, your job is to get over there and say, hey, Ken sent me, and hit that like button. We call it like mobbing. How many people are watching this show right now? Like 37? Yeah, go raid Bill J. Call it like mob. Hey man, Ken sent me. Love your show. I'm out of here, so I'm going to leave you with Bill J's channel. You guys stay groovy, okay? All right. That button.